Yo, what's good, beautiful people? Welcome to the very first episode of the Gold Giraffe Audio Notes. If you're new to my world, I'm Gold. I'm a creative polymath from St. Louis, an artist, producer, writer, designer, and the mind behind Grand Vibrational Design. I build music, I build ideas, I build frameworks, and most importantly, I build spaces for creatives to breathe again. This podcast is really just my way of talking to you directly. No timeline, no performances, no pressure, just honest notes from my creative life to yours. So let's go ahead and start this first episode in the same way this whole journey started, with a question somebody asked me that honestly kind of shook me a little bit. All right, let's get into it. A creative friend of mine asked me the other day, "Bro, how do you keep your creative energy going?" He said it with that mix of admiration and exhaustion. Like, he's been watching me perform for 1 month, produce the next, write a whole book, and then somehow also be in rehearsals for a musical play. Meanwhile, he's trying to breathe through the responsibilities of adult life. He said, "I get overwhelmed just trying to stay alive, let alone create something." And I told him the truth. That actually sounds like me. I go through a lot of that same stuff. I just create through it anyway. Not because I'm a superhuman, but because creating is where my truest identity lives. It's how I stay connected. It's how I survive. It's how I say thank you. When I create, it becomes a kind of devotion, a way of saying I love you to the ultimate creator with the very gift that he put inside me. And I've had times in my life where I could look back at a moment and realize that was a love letter to me. Moments full of tears of joy, moments that felt like pure happiness, like receiving a message from heaven with no words attached. So today, in that same spirit, this is my love letter to the creative. You are more than your output. Yo, I see you. Yeah, you. We live in a world that measures creativity by visibility, speed, and performance. But the truth is, the most sacred parts of your creativity aren't loud at all. They're subtle, quiet. They happen in the dark before anyone sees the light. The real work, the soul work, grows in private long before it ever grows in public. And I want to honor that. Your creativity is not an obligation. You don't exist to keep up. You don't exist to impress. You don't exist to feed an algorithm or perform for anybody's expectations. Your creativity is not a contract. It's not a transaction. It's a gift, a breath, a whisper from God that chose to move through you in a way only you can translate. And here, you don't have to perform for it. You can just be with it. You are allowed to slow down. If you've been tired, overwhelmed, numb, or unsure, you're not behind. You're human. And more importantly, you're a creative human. Your inner world needs time to catch up with your outer world. This space, this community, is being built for that catching up. There is nothing wrong with starting again. Whether you've paused your projects, lost momentum, felt stretched thin, or drifted from your purpose, you're allowed to begin again. Not because you failed, but because creativity works in cycles, not straight lines. Every season of stillness carries the seed of a future breakthrough. You haven't lost anything. You're just turning a page. Your creative spirit is sacred. Your ideas, your imagination, your gifts, they're not random. They're not small. They're not accidental. They're a part of the design of your life, woven into your identity in ways deeper than talent. Creating is how your soul speaks. Creating is how you heal. Creating is how you remember who you are. And my hope is that this space becomes a quiet place where your spirit can exhale, a place where you can reconnect, realign, and rebuild without pressure. This is the beginning. This isn't a content feed. This isn't a timeline. This ain't no stage. This is a sanctuary for creators who want depth instead of noise, alignment instead of urgency, intention instead of overwhelm. If you're here, I'm grateful. If you feel this, I'm with you. If you're ready, let's walk this journey together. I write for creatives like us, and you can always find more at grandvibrationaldesign.com. Your creative spirit deserves tenderness, and this is just the beginning. Go. All right, fam, that's episode 1 of the Gold Giraffe audio notes. Thank you for letting me whisper a little alignment into your day. If this resonated with you, stay tapped in. I'll be sharing these creative letters regularly. And if you want to dive deeper into the philosophy behind all of this, my book, The 12 Laws of Grand Vibrational Design, is available now. Until next time, create gently, create honestly, and stay aligned with the design that chose you. Peace, love, and clarity.